Have you noticed getting up from your favorite chair isn't as easy as it used to be? Or perhaps climbing those stairs takes more effort each passing month. You're doing everything right, taking your vitamins, trying to stay active, eating what you believe are healthy foods, yet something seems to be working against you. What if I told you that some of the healthy fruits in your kitchen right now might be silently weakening your legs? Fruits that you've trusted for decades, that you eat believing they're supporting your health, could actually be contributing to your joint pain, muscle weakness, and declining balance. Many seniors across America are making this critical mistake every single day. The fruits that nourished your body in your younger years might now be working against your aging metabolism, quietly diminishing the strength you depend on to remain independent. As we age, our bodies change in ways that transform once beneficial foods into potential obstacles to our mobility and strength. Today, I'm going to share with you the 7 worst fruits for seniors' leg strength. Fruits that might be stealing your stability, your confidence, and your freedom to move without pain. Before we dive into this life-changing information, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please take a moment to click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I create these videos specifically for you, with healthcare insights made simple and practical advice you can use today to feel better tomorrow. If you're finding this information helpful as we go along, type strength in the comments below. If not, just type help, and I'll know to adjust future videos to better serve your needs. Now, let's uncover the truth about these seemingly innocent fruits and how they might be affecting your precious mobility. Let's start with what might be the most troublesome fruit for seniors' leg strength: mangoes. With their sweet tropical flavor and soft golden flesh, mangoes feel like nature's dessert. They're juicy, delicious, and widely considered a healthy choice. But for adults over 60, this beloved fruit might be causing more harm than good, especially when it comes to your legs and joints. The problem with mangoes isn't their vitamins or minerals. It's their extremely high natural sugar content. A medium mango contains about 45 grams of sugar. To put that in perspective, that's more sugar than you'll find in a can of soda. And while we've been taught that natural sugar is better than processed sugar, your body processes them in remarkably similar ways. When you eat a mango, your bloodstream quickly absorbs all that sugar, causing a rapid spike in blood glucose levels. For senior bodies with already slower metabolisms and potentially compromised insulin response, this creates a cascade of concerning effects. First, that sugar spike triggers inflammation throughout your body, particularly affecting your joints and muscles. This inflammation can manifest as swelling in your ankles, stiffness in your knees, and that familiar burning sensation in your feet that tends to worsen at night. Second, the blood sugar roller coaster exhausts your muscle tissues. When your glucose levels shoot up and then crash back down, your leg muscles experience fatigue at the cellular level, contributing to that heavy, dragging feeling that makes even short walks feel challenging. For seniors with nerve issues or pre-diabetes, conditions that become increasingly common after 60, the risks are even higher. The sugar in mangoes can aggravate neuropathy, leading to tingling, numbness, and slower healing in your feet and legs. What makes mangoes particularly deceptive is how healthy they seem. Because they're a natural fruit, we don't approach them with the same caution we might use with cake or ice cream. We might even congratulate ourselves for choosing such a nutritious snack, never realizing it's slowly compromising the very foundation of our independence, our ability to stand strong and walk with confidence. Margaret, one of my longtime readers, shared that after eliminating mangoes from her diet for just 3 weeks, she noticed significant improvements in her morning stiffness and found it easier to get up from her chair without that familiar ache in her knees. These small changes can lead to remarkable differences in how you feel and move every day. Next on our list is a summer favorite that might surprise you: watermelon. There's something deeply nostalgic about biting into a juicy slice of watermelon on a warm afternoon. It feels light, refreshing, and innocent. After all, it's mostly water, right? For seniors watching their calories or trying to stay hydrated, watermelon often seems like the perfect choice. But beneath its refreshing exterior lies a concerning truth. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes of any fruit, meaning it causes an exceptionally rapid rise in blood sugar levels despite its high water content. A typical slice contains around 18 grams of sugar, and because it's so light and refreshing, it's all too easy to eat much more than just one slice. When seniors consume watermelon, especially on an empty stomach or as a standalone snack, their bodies experience a surprising sugar surge that triggers an immediate insulin response. For aging bodies that already process insulin less efficiently, this creates a perfect storm for inflammation, particularly in the legs, where circulation naturally weakens as we age. This inflammation doesn't announce itself dramatically. Instead, it shows up as subtle changes. Your knees feel slightly stiffer when you first stand up. Your ankles swell a little more than usual by evening. Walking to the mailbox leaves your calves feeling unusually heavy. Many seniors attribute these changes simply to getting older, never connecting them to the watermelon they enjoyed the day before. Even more troubling is watermelon's effect on fluid balance. Despite being hydrating in theory, the sugar content can actually promote fluid retention in the legs, creating that uncomfortable tightness around your ankles and making your shoes feel snug by afternoon. Robert, a 72-year-old who follows these health tips, noticed that when he stopped eating watermelon daily during summer months, the persistent swelling in his ankles that he'd blamed on the heat significantly improved. His doctor was surprised by the difference, but it makes sense when we understand how fruit sugars affect our aging bodies. If you're still watching and finding this information helpful, please type strength in the comments below. Your engagement helps more seniors discover this important information. Now, let's examine another fruit that might be secretly compromising your mobility and independence. Bananas have long been considered a symbol of health and vitality. They're portable, affordable, and have been celebrated for their potassium content and ability to prevent muscle cramps. For decades, we've been told they're perfect for boosting energy and supporting recovery after exercise. But here's a truth that few discuss. As your body ages, bananas may no longer be your ally in maintaining strong, pain-free legs. What makes bananas potentially problematic for seniors is their unique combination of rapidly digesting carbohydrates and high natural sugar content. A medium banana contains about 14 grams of sugar, and unlike some fruits where you might eat just a few pieces, most people consume an entire banana in one sitting. When you eat a banana, its carbohydrates convert to glucose very quickly, sending your blood sugar rising rapidly. This gives you that familiar quick energy boost, but it's often followed by an energy crash that leaves your muscles feeling more fatigued than before, especially in your legs, where gravity already challenges circulation. For seniors with slower metabolisms or insulin sensitivity issues, which become increasingly common after 60, this cycle of blood sugar spikes doesn't just affect your energy. It creates low-grade inflammation throughout your body, particularly in your joints and muscles, making movement more painful and recovery slower. Even more concerning is how bananas affect fluid retention. Despite their beneficial potassium content, the high carbohydrate load can cause water retention, especially in the lower extremities. If you've noticed increasing puffiness around your ankles by evening, or felt your shoes getting tighter as the day progresses, your morning banana might be contributing to the problem. For those with heart concerns or taking certain medications, this fluid retention isn't just uncomfortable. It can place extra strain on your cardiovascular system and increase pressure on already sensitive joints. The weight of retained fluid makes each step require more effort, gradually weakening your legs over time. Martha, who just turned 78, shared with me that after reducing her banana consumption from daily to just twice weekly, She noticed her wedding ring was looser, and the constant heaviness in her calves had noticeably improved. She didn't eliminate bananas completely. Moderation, rather than deprivation, is often the wisest approach. The most troubling aspect of all this is that you likely had no idea. You've been eating bananas believing they were helping you stay strong, while they might have been quietly contributing to your declining mobility. This isn't your fault. It's simply that our nutritional needs change as we age, and the foods that once served us well might need to be reconsidered. Next, let's talk about a breakfast staple that has been considered the picture of health for generations: oranges. For most of our lives, oranges and orange juice have been symbols of vitality, immune support, and good health. Rich in vitamin C and widely available year-round, they've earned a permanent place in many seniors' daily routines. But as with so many aspects of nutrition, what works in our younger years can change dramatically as we age. The challenge with oranges for seniors lies in their high acid content. As we grow older, our bodies become increasingly sensitive to acids, particularly in our digestive systems and joints. The citric acid in oranges, the very thing that gives them their refreshing tang, can become an irritant to tissues that are already inflamed or sensitive due to age-related changes. This acidity doesn't just affect your stomach. It creates a subtle but pervasive inflammatory response throughout your body, often manifesting most strongly in your joints, especially those weight-bearing joints in your legs that already carry the burden of supporting you throughout the day. That unexplained stiffness in your knees when you first wake up, the aching in your hips after sitting through a favorite TV show. While we often attribute these discomforts simply to aging, they might actually be your body's response to the acid load from yesterday's orange or morning glass of juice. Beyond their acidity, oranges also deliver a significant amount of natural sugar, about 12 grams in a medium fruit. When consumed on an empty stomach or in juice form, which concentrates the sugars while removing the fiber, this sugar hits your bloodstream quickly, triggering the same inflammatory cascade we've discussed with other fruits. For seniors already managing arthritis, joint pain, or inflammatory conditions, this combination of acid and sugar can silently worsen symptoms and make movement more painful, all while you believe you're making a healthy choice. James, a 70-year-old who follows our health tips, noticed that when he switched from his lifelong habit of morning orange juice to water with a splash of lemon, which is actually less acidic when diluted, the persistent ache in his knees improved within just 2 weeks. His doctor confirmed that reducing acid load can indeed help some types of joint pain. What makes this particularly heartbreaking is how many seniors have diligently consumed oranges their entire lives, believing they were supporting their health, never realizing that as their bodies changed, this once beneficial fruit might actually be working against their comfort and mobility. If you're finding value in understanding these connections between what you eat and how you feel, please type strength in the comments below. Your engagement helps our community grow and allows more seniors to discover this important information. Now, let's look at another seemingly innocent fruit that might be silently affecting your ability to move freely and comfortably. Now, let's talk about a fruit that's so easy to eat. Most of us consume them by the handful without a second thought. Grapes. These small, sweet fruits seem perfectly harmless. They're convenient, hydrating, and have been celebrated for their antioxidant content, particularly in red varieties. But for seniors concerned about maintaining strong legs and pain-free joints, grapes might be more problematic than you'd ever suspect. What makes grapes potentially troublesome for aging bodies is their high fructose content combined with their ease of overconsumption. A cup of grapes contains about 23 grams of sugar, comparable to some candy bars. And because they're small and easy to pop into your mouth one after another, it's remarkably easy to eat far more than you realize. This fructose is processed almost entirely by your liver, and, when consumed in excess, can increase uric acid production in your body. Elevated uric acid is a direct contributor to joint inflammation, particularly in the lower extremities, your knees, ankles, and especially your toes. That burning sensation in your big toe that wakes you at night, the ache in your ankles after standing at the sink to wash dishes, these might not be just symptoms of aging. They could be your body's response to uric acid buildup, partly fueled by those seemingly innocent grapes. For seniors already managing gout, arthritis, or other inflammatory conditions, grapes can silently worsen symptoms, making each step more painful and recovery slower. Even for those without diagnosed joint conditions, the sugar load from regular grape consumption can feed chronic low-grade inflammation throughout the body, which gradually erodes joint comfort and muscle function. What makes this particularly deceptive is how healthy grapes appear. We've heard about the benefits of resveratrol and other compounds in grapes, leading many health-conscious seniors to actually increase their consumption. But like so many aspects of nutrition, the dose makes the medicine, or in this case, the potential problem. Ellen, who recently turned 75, shared that after reducing her habit of snacking on grapes throughout the afternoon, the persistent tenderness in her feet improved significantly within just 3 weeks. She didn't eliminate grapes entirely, but limited herself to a small bunch just twice weekly rather than daily. When we consider that grapes are often marketed specifically to seniors as a healthy snack rich in antioxidants, it becomes clear how confusing nutrition can be as we age. What serves us well at 40 might work against us at 70, not because the food has changed, but because our bodies process and respond to it differently. Let's turn our attention to a tropical favorite that might be causing more trouble than you realize: pineapple. With its bright flavor and reputation for containing digestive enzymes like bromelain, pineapple often seems like a smart choice for seniors looking to maintain their health. It's frequently recommended for its anti-inflammatory properties, leading many health-conscious older adults to include it regularly in their diets. But for seniors concerned about preserving their leg strength and mobility, pineapple presents several hidden challenges that rarely get discussed. First and foremost is its acidity. Pineapple is one of the most acidic fruits you can consume, with a pH level that can be as low as 3.2, considerably more acidic than oranges. For seniors whose joints are already sensitive due to age-related changes, this acid load can trigger or worsen inflammation, particularly in the weight-bearing joints of the legs. That persistent ache in your knees after a day of light gardening, the stiffness in your hips that seems worse on some mornings than others, these might be connected to the acidic burden pineapple places on your body's delicate balance. Beyond its acidity, pineapple delivers a substantial sugar hit, about 16 grams in just 1 cup of chunks. This sugar, combined with the fruit's natural enzymes, creates a unique challenge for circulation in aging bodies. The quick glucose spike can cause inflammatory responses throughout your system, while pineapple's bromelain, often praised as beneficial, can actually interact with certain medications common among seniors. For those taking blood thinners, blood pressure medications, or anti-inflammatory drugs, pineapple's bromelain can either enhance or diminish the medication's effectiveness, a dangerous interaction that most people aren't warned about. What makes this particularly troubling is how pineapple has been marketed as a healing food in recent years. Many seniors actively increase their consumption, believing they're doing something beneficial for their joint health, never realizing it might be contributing to the very discomfort they're trying to alleviate. Helen, an 82-year-old follower of our health tips, discovered that when she stopped adding pineapple to her morning smoothies, the persistent burning sensation in her knees noticeably diminished within just 2 weeks. Her doctor confirmed that for some seniors, highly acidic foods can indeed trigger joint discomfort. If you're still with me and finding these insights valuable for your health journey, please type strength in the comments below. Your participation helps our community grow and ensures more seniors can access this important information. The painful irony in all this is that the very foods we trust most, the ones we've been told are healing and nourishing, might actually be compromising our mobility and independence as we age. Finally, let's discuss a fruit that many seniors choose specifically because it seems like the healthiest option: green apples. With their crisp texture, tart flavor, and reputation for being lower in sugar than their red or golden counterparts, green apples often represent the epitome of sensible eating for health-conscious seniors. They're clean, portable, and have long been associated with digestive health and even weight management. But beneath their fresh, innocuous appearance lies a reality that few discuss. Green apples may be silently contributing to joint pain, muscle fatigue, and declining leg strength in older adults. What makes green apples potentially problematic is their high content of malic acid, the compound responsible for their characteristic tartness. While younger bodies can neutralize this acid effectively, our acid buffering capacity diminishes as we age. For seniors, especially those already experiencing joint sensitivity or inflammation, this acid load can become a hidden irritant. That creeping stiffness in your knees that seems worse on some days than others, the dull ache in your hips that makes getting out of the car more challenging, these might be connected to the acid burden from what you believed was your healthiest snack choice. Beyond their acidity, green apples still contain about 19 grams of sugar, primarily fructose. While this is less than some sweeter fruits, it's still significant, especially when consumed on an empty stomach or before bed, as many seniors do. This fructose must be processed by the liver and can contribute to the inflammatory processes that slowly undermine joint comfort and muscle function. For seniors already managing arthritis, fibromyalgia, or other inflammatory conditions, the combination of acid and sugar can quietly worsen symptoms, making each step more uncomfortable and recovery slower. Even those without diagnosed conditions may notice subtle changes: increased morning stiffness, longer recovery times after activity, or a gradual decline in energy, particularly in the legs. William, a 77-year-old who has followed our health recommendations for years, shared that when he switched from his daily green apple to a handful of berries instead, the persistent tenderness in his finger joints improved noticeably within just a month. His experience isn't unusual. Many seniors find that reducing acidic foods can help restore comfort and function. What makes this particularly poignant is that many seniors choose green apples specifically because they're trying to make the healthiest choice possible. They're actively working to maintain their health and independence, unaware that this seemingly innocent fruit might be working against their goals. After learning about the fruits that might be silently undermining your leg strength and mobility, you might be wondering what's left to eat. The good news is that not all fruits affect seniors the same way. Some can actually help restore your strength, ease inflammation, and support healthy movement. The key is choosing fruits that are naturally lower in sugar, rich in anti-inflammatory compounds, and gentler on your aging metabolism. Here are some better options that can become your allies in maintaining strong, comfortable legs. Berries are perhaps the senior's best friend when it comes to fruit. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and blackberries are packed with antioxidants that fight inflammation while containing significantly less sugar than the fruits we've discussed. Their deep colors signal powerful compounds that protect your blood vessels, including the tiny capillaries that nourish your leg muscles and joints. Try having a small handful of mixed berries as your daily fruit serving. Cherries, particularly tart cherries, deserve special mention for seniors concerned about leg strength. Studies have shown they can help lower uric acid levels and reduce inflammation markers specifically associated with joint pain. Just 10 to 12 cherries provides benefits without overloading your system with sugar. Avocados, though often thought of as a vegetable, are technically fruits, and exceptional ones for senior health. Rich in healthy fats and extremely low in sugar, avocados help reduce systemic inflammation while providing stable energy that doesn't spike your blood sugar. Quarter of an avocado daily can help cushion your joints from within. Kiwi fruit offers impressive vitamin C levels with moderate sugar content and a lower acid level than citrus fruits. This makes them a gentler option for seniors seeking immune support without the inflammatory effects of higher acid choices. Green pears, when chosen slightly underripe, provide fiber and nutrients with less sugar impact than many other fruits. Their gentle nature makes them suitable for sensitive systems while still delivering valuable nutrition. For seniors who love tropical flavors, papaya in small amounts can offer digestive enzymes similar to pineapple but with a lower acid profile, making it easier on sensitive joints. The most important principle is moderation. Even these better fruit choices should be consumed in appropriate portions, about a half cup serving once or twice daily, ideally alongside some protein or healthy fat to slow sugar absorption. Remember, what nourished you at 40 might not serve you the same way at 70 or 80. Your body's needs have changed, and honoring those changes is a powerful form of self-care that can help preserve your strength, comfort, and independence for years to come. If you've stayed with me throughout this journey, I know something important about you. You care deeply about your health, your independence, and your future quality of life. You're not looking for quick fixes or magical solutions. You're seeking truth and practical wisdom that respects your lived experience and the unique needs of your maturing body. That tells me something else significant. You haven't given up. Despite the challenges that come with aging, you're still committed to finding better ways to live, to move, and to thrive in the body you inhabit. That commitment deserves not just respect, but genuine support. As someone who has walked alongside thousands of seniors on their health journeys, I've learned that aging isn't our enemy. Ignorance is. It's the things we don't know, the habits we don't question, and the conventional wisdom we accept without examination that often cause the most harm, not because anyone intended to mislead us, but because bodies change over time in ways nutrition science is only beginning to understand. The fruits we've discussed today, mangoes, watermelon, bananas, oranges, grapes, pineapple, and green apples, aren't inherently bad foods. They simply may not be the best choices for your body at this stage of life, particularly if maintaining strong legs and comfortable mobility is important to you. Every bite you take, every sip you drink, every choice you make either supports your strength or slowly undermines it. This isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. You still have tremendous influence over how you feel, how you move, and how much independence you maintain in the coming years. Your legs carry more than just your physical weight. They carry your freedom, your social connections, your ability to care for yourself and others, your capacity to engage with the world around you. They deserve your protection and your thoughtful care. If there's one thing I hope you take from our time together today, it's this. It's never too late to make changes that matter. Small adjustments in what you eat can lead to profound differences in how you feel and move. Your body is listening, and it will respond, perhaps not overnight, but steadily and surely, to the wiser choices you make today. I'd love to hear from you now. Please share in the comments one insight you've gained or one change you plan to make based on what you've learned. Your experience might be exactly what another viewer needs to hear to take their own step towards stronger, more comfortable movement. If you found value in today's discussion, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more straightforward, practical health information designed specifically for seniors who want to live well in every season of life. Thank you for your time and attention. Here's to your strength, your independence, and your continued capacity to move through life with dignity and joy.